Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I'm Zelda Kelly, and today we are talking about the 3 worst questions ever to ask a psychic. So let's get started. Number 3, will I die? Now, believe me, that is a question that many have asked me. Not only do I feel that it is not a question to ask, because it can actually be very unsettling, unhelpful in a tarot reading, but believe me, it can cause such a chaos in your life that this is something that you don't want to ask. First of all, I do not believe we as psychic readers have that privilege to predict your death. As an example, I went to a psychic years and years ago in the 90s in Knoxville, Tennessee. She told me that my mother was going to die. I left that reading and behold, I never looked at my mother again. When I saw my mother, I went straight to her house. When I saw her, I collapsed in her arms. I could not help it. I was just a basket case for not days, not months, but a couple of years. It was very hard on me. And I believe that if we take that privilege that we shouldn't have and we misuse it, that can cause so much trouble and problems. So do us a favor. Don't ask that question. It's not our place and it's not your time to ask. It's between you and our Creator. Stay tuned for number 2. Number 2 of the 3 worst questions to ask a psychic is, wait till you hear it, will my ex come back? Now, before you get upset, let me tell you why this is a question that you may want to reform. You may want to ask it on a different way, okay? The reason being is because there is free will among people. So, as an example, if I see that you may be getting back with your ex today, and you call me tomorrow, I may not see that tomorrow. Now, it doesn't mean that I've lied to you or I've changed course or that I'm just playing a game. It means that this person has changed their mind for whatever reason. That's what I'm picking up on. There is such a thing as free will. Free will. So if this person decides to move on, that's exactly what they're going to do. And you should not hold a psychic responsible for that. Instead, what we need to discuss is why dwelling on this is hurting your progress. Why we maybe need to reframe some questions to focus on how you need to focus on you and improve for the future. Maybe what you need to understand is how the tarot can actually guide you as an individual toward a more healthy relationship, because they are an ex for a reason. And if you feel that they're going to come back to you and they're going to change by some miraculous way, well, unfortunately, the percentage is very low. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. And I know sometimes you worry and you wonder and you think, am I going to hear from them again? And that is a healthier question. Will you hear from them again? But I want you to know something. If this person is your ex, you need to remember why they are your ex and focus on what you, my dear sweetheart, need to do in the future to avoid those problems. So that is number 2, and I know that's not very popular because many of you want to know, but I do believe that you have to keep in mind you can ask that question, but just know that free will is involved. Now here we are, drum roll please, for the number 1 question that you should not ask a psychic is this. As an example, Zelda, I just had a reading with someone else, and they basically told me this and this and this. Did they tell me the truth? Or is what they're going to tell me going to come true? I've had several readings in the past couple of days, and they've all given me different answers. Why am I getting that? Well, let me share something with you. Every time a psychic has a reading, and including myself, it plants the intention, the seed, the thought process in your mind. Now, sometimes we just don't like what we've heard, and that's okay, because sometimes we don't connect with the person that we're reading with. Many times we don't want to hear the truth, but many other times we just need to have confirmation because we're just not getting that solid yes, no, this is going to happen. So then we start going to different psychics all over the place. Now, you do what you want to do, because I have actually been there myself, and I understand and I get it. And sometimes you need that. I'm not coming down on you for that. You need it. But what I am telling you is this. I will not comment on other readers. I will not tell you that they are this or they are that, or that their reading is trash, because they may have picked up something that you're thinking of that I may not have picked up on. What I may pick up on is the thought process that you have now that you got that other reading, and if they gave you a negative reading, that might be what I'm picking up on. So make sure that you clear your mind and don't test readers. That's not fair to us. We are here as guidance. We are here to give you a little bit more insight and direction into the path and the direction that you want to go. Don't ask to compare readings and psychics. It's not fair. And especially for myself, I won't talk about another reader. Now, I'll tell you if I see something different, I will tell you that, but I won't trash another reader. Sometimes people want that, and I understand. But that is the worst thing that you can do with a psychic, because you're wasting your time when you should be saying, what area do I need to focus on? Because that really is why you're getting a psychic reading. It is not to figure out who's doing who or where this, that, and the other thing. Those things will come up naturally if you need to know. But what these are for is to give you insight on your current situation or your situationship. It will give you a direction in which you should be going, what path, what happens if you take this path, or what happens if you take that path. That is what a psychic reading is all about. Things have changed. There's no longer the neighbor is going to be stealing your goose and your pig. Things have changed inside the psychic realm and the readings. And what we need to do is change with it and understand that if you come for a psychic reading, there is a situation that we need to talk about. You don't call if you don't have a problem, right? So that is the difference. That is what's going on. And I want to thank you today for being here with me, because these insights really give you an idea of what's going on. I encourage you to be empowered and insightful with your questions. Write them down. Don't wing it when you get on the phone. Mention that you'll be back with more questions if you need to. And definitely, I will be back in the future for more tarot insights. I want to thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And believe me, I've got some great content, something really interesting that you're going to love. And many of you have asked me about it. So keep watching, and I'll see you again very soon. You take care. Be well. See you again next time. Bye.